It's Hypixel and welcome back guys to another episode here on Hypixel Skyblock. Last episode we went ahead and advanced from early to mid game by getting a Raider's Axe, a Protector set, all of our souls, and a bunch of talisman, which was really good progress. And today we're going to do a little bit more. Let's start it off with working on our Raider's Axe. And we actually got some help from Hard Bandit because I really wanted to perfect this weapon. You'll see how it turns out. Let's head on in. Okay, so Anvil, put in the Raider's Axe and then the Sharp Book.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
A Sharp Execute First Strike Giant Killer is 51 levels.
Okay, and if you have that many, go ahead and
I've got 80, yeah, so there we go.
Perfect.
Okay, what's next?
Now, do the one with Ender Slayer.
Alright, so Cubism, Ender Slayer, Looting, and Luck. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and combine that.
What other books are there?
There's Experience and Scavenger, and there's the Critical Lethality, Lifesteal.
Do the crit. Yeah, do the crit.
Okay.
Next. Okay, tell me if you need more.
There we go. And the last book, the Experience Scavenger, is going to be 40 levels. Sweet.
Awesome.
It's completed.
No, it's not.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right. Rusty, what up, bro? Let's go. Big shout out to Hard Bandit for that. Now, I used his help because the Raider's Axe is pretty expensive, and it's really important to have a good weapon because a lot of the grinding that I'm going to have to do now is in the end, and I need to do as much damage as possible. So let's go ahead and make some enchants for my set then. Everything that we are going to need is going to be in this chest right here. So let's go ahead and just grab it all up. Now, the things that I'm going to be enchanting with in here are not the best of enchants, but it should get the job done. So iron gives protection, feathers, the arrows give projectile protection, and we're going to need 4 of those, so there is that. And the enchanted dark oak gives growth, which we're going to need 4 of those. This is a really important enchant. There we go. All of these enchants, this should be good. Now, let's see if I know how to combine enchants properly. I've got 147 levels, plus I can get some more if I need, but let's see if I know what I'm doing. Okay, so we've combined a lot of the books. Now it's time to put it on the gear. And there we go, the last enchant. Wait, what? Why doesn't it put the prop 4 on? It took off the projectile protection from these pieces, and now it won't let me put protection on this one. Well, I'm big noob. It's alright, we added a few enchants. Growth and protection to most of it, which are the important ones. We're up to over 1,000 health now, which is pretty crazy, plus over 750 defense. We also have something else to craft, which is this pet right here, a silverfish pet. Basically, we just unlocked the enchanted egg recipe from this thing. So let's go ahead and craft it on up. There we go, a mystery silverfish pet. Beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and claim it on up so we can start leveling it up. We just unlocked this rock pet last night. It's up to level 37 already, which is really nice. So we can claim the silverfish pet. Now we're up to 2. Let's summon that bad boy. There we go. We can actually level it up real quick just by claiming everything out of these minions. So it's already level 3. Let's take the cobble, level 4, level 5, 6, 7, and we'll level up one more time, level 8. Let's go. It seems that pets level up pretty quickly, but you know, they're not really too great until they get to a high level, so just gotta let it follow me around for a while. Alright, so that silverfish pet, if I go ahead and check, is actually now level 26, which is really nice. The rock pet that we got is level 40, and we actually got a new pet as well, the Enderman pet, which is level 29. Now this one is probably one of the best, I think, because it increases your crit damage and you take a little bit less damage from end monsters. So I want to go ahead and start getting some more XP from this guy. Now we've been able to get pets because look at all of these eggs, boys. Basically, in our chicken minion, we added this enchanted egg, which makes it so that an egg spawns with every single chicken that spawns. So it's a really nice and a super easy way to get eggs. So we're going to leave that up for now. Hopefully we can craft a few more pets pretty soon. Also, I want to point out that the redstone one, we should be able to... Oh, man, we're so close. I thought it was going to level up right there, but if I go ahead and check the redstone, we're 99% of the way to the large accessory bag upgrade, which is really nice. That 50k mark will give us tons more spots for more talisman, which is really good because we're about to go buy a few more. But anyway, at 50k, we get a little bit more space, and the accessory bags just continue to upgrade and upgrade till it gets humongous at 800,000 redstone. So we got to keep on getting a bunch of redstone basically so that we're able to hold more talisman. Now I said we were going to go get more, and we are indeed. If we go to spawn, I actually forgot to get these last time, but basically if you go to the adventurer shop guy right here, he sells a few talisman which I want to get. So some of these are kind of expensive, but most of them aren't that bad. So let's just go ahead and buy one of each. We'll buy a zombie, a skeleton, village, mine, intimidation, and scavenger. There we go. We had enough money for all of it. Now we also need to spend a little bit more money because we just made this set and threw some enchants on here. But one thing I forgot to do is reforge it. So that can be done just right over here. We're going to go ahead, talk to the blacksmith, then throw the set in. So hopefully we get some pretty good reforges. Looks like the first one's demonic, second piece. Let's go ahead. Oh, wow. Godly. That's pretty good. That one's actually really, really good. Way better than the other one. I'm pretty sure this is random. I don't know so much about reforging, but let's continue going with the pants. There's unpleasant. Okay. And finally, the boots is the last piece, and we got a fierce on those. Looks like this godly one is really, really good. Tons and tons of buffs there. But that's not the only thing we forgot to max out. We also have to do a little bit more to make this axe the best it can be. Now, if you look at the bottom here, it says +1 strength per 500 wood. And it maxes at, I think, 50k or so. That means we are 3,000 wood short of getting max strength from this weapon. So let's go ahead and cut down some wood real quick. In our e-chest, we have a jungle axe, so it shouldn't take too long. We only need to get about 3,000 wood, so let's go ahead and do that. 3,000 spruce collection later, and boys, we are up to 50,000 collection maxed, max strength. That's pretty poggers. GG's in the chat. Now we can still increase our damage by killing mobs, 1 damage per 500 mobs. That's just going to take a little bit of time because we only have about 4,000. But now that our armor and weapon are pretty dang good, on to the next chapter. Here we go. So the next big project I want to get working on is making a ton of huge manual farms on the island. Now I want to make farms for 3 different crops. I want to do pumpkins, melons, and sugarcane. I want to do these crops specifically because, for one, these plants never have to be planted again after the first time. So you only have to plant once, and then you can farm infinite times. Also, these crops have really inefficient minions, so it's going to be hard to get their collection up without having them manual. And lastly, basically, pumpkins are probably the best form of XP. If you can see right above my hotbar, it shows when I mine this plus 5.4 farming. Now this is just a little leftover area from my earlier farm that I made day 1, which we kind of got to get rid of this. Anyway, we're gonna head on down to the bottom of the island and make a huge farm the length of the island. We have some magical mushroom soup which lets us fly actually, so there we go. We can now fly and it shouldn't be too bad. We've got a little bit of dirt. We're gonna use some stone brick and some stuff to plant. Let's get this show on the road. So after days of placing stone bricks, days of placing dirt, days of placing water, days of hoeing the dirt, days of planting the seeds, and days of waiting for the seeds to grow, we find ourselves with this magnificent farm. Dun 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 dun! Yeah, boys, so it looks pretty good. In all reality, though, this farm only took a couple hours with me and Easy Kids grinding it on out. This farm is the length of the island. Now, this, like 80% of it is going to be all pumpkins because, as I explained, it gives tons and tons of farming XP. Plus, we got to get that pumpkin collection up. Now, as I said, I also did a little bit of melon and sugarcane. Now, these obviously don't give nearly as much. I got only 2.4 farming from the sugarcane, and you don't get tons from the melons as well. But I do want to get the collection up for these 2 resources. As you can see in sugarcane collection, we're almost all the way there, literally 95% to sugarcane 8, and then 9 is going to be 50k, which is a lot, but we're going to get it, and I really do want to get this speedster set. Melons don't give anything too insane except for a little bit of farming XP, but I still want to max it out just for the heck of it. So this all looks really, really good right now. There's just one problem, is that we do not have an efficiency 5 golden axe, so these things break super slow. Even with efficiency 4 or efficiency 5 diamond, it's going to be nowhere near the speed that it is with efficiency 5 gold axes. So next up on the list is getting a bunch of really nice tools, because while we're at it, we also need to get a stonk, which is basically just a really good efficiency 6 gold pickaxe. Now it's going to take a little bit of money to get these tools. So since we need a little bit of money, it's good that we have this little farm right here. We managed to farm up a few stacks of enchanted sugar from the sugar cane. We also did a little bit more spawn farming, and in our e-chest, we've got about 9 stacks of enchanted carrots. Now this should make us quite a good amount of money. Stonks, I believe, are pretty expensive though. So let's go ahead and put the enchanted carrots, create a sell offer. Beautiful, bro. This is gonna make me about 510k. That is perfect. Now the sugar goes for about 70k a stack, so it's nothing too crazy, but $200,000 would be perfect. So let's just wait for those to sell. Shouldn't take too long. We should have some money to deal with for next episode when we go ahead and buy these items. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode here on Hypixel. We managed to do some great upgrades today. Look at that gear. Look at that weapon, though. God damn, it's beautiful. Thanks again to Hard Bandit. Anyway, you all better be back tomorrow for the next episode. I'll see you all then. Adios and goodbye.